everyone, here's just a quick little video, just a reminder of elevations. Now this is mainly more orthographic projection, but we are going to do scale to scale. But this is just a good reminder of how to lay out an elevation in general and the details that we need to add. So let's go to the video, shall we? Here we go.
For the floor plan, you'll notice too I've added reference bubbles. The reference bubbles are inside the room. Please don't put them outside. It would not make sense for your elevations. You need the elevation bubbles, reference bubbles, located on the inside of your drawing. And this is indicating what elevation reference bubble you're referring to. For instance, this is elevation A, which would be drawn as one square. There's no windows, walls, nothing on there. There's B, and B elevation is what I will be drawing above. Reference bubble C and D. So those would be 4 elevations I would draw. And again, elevations are looking straight on the wall. So not a bird's eye view, but looking as though you're inside the room, rotating yourself around the room, looking at each wall. So I'm going to show you what elevation B is about and how to draw that elevation. When you need to draw the other elevations, you have to untape your drawing and rotate it around so that way you can draw the elevation based on your floor plan.
Now, she's talking more
so
about
I'm all set up
projection.
here to draw for elevation B, as you can tell. So I'm going to show you.
So like I said, when she said rotate the drawing, that's what we did in the past. But you are going to just take your scale to scale. But this is, once again, using orthographic projection to do an elevation. It's a good reminder. However, we're going to take our 1/4 inch and convert them into 1/2 inch. But it's good to just refresh ourselves.
With my scale, again, at a 1/2 inch scale, since we want to keep the scale the same as the floor plan. The first thing is to indicate your size of or the height of your wall. Most are around 8 feet high is standard. So again, with my drawing was 8 feet. I'm going to start from my 0 mark, and I'm going to go to 8 feet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Draw a line straight down. So that'll match up with my wall at my floor plan also. I'm going to draw the thickness of that wall, which is I have at 6 inches. Again, that will range depending on your specific room you're drawing. And I'm drawing the thickness of my wall. I will then draw my floor line straight across. And again, that will match up with my floor plan. Again, using my 45 triangle, I bring my line straight up from my floor plan and draw in the thickness of my walls at 6 inches. And I'll draw my ceiling height, which I mentioned. I had a dot there at 8 feet high, and I'll draw that straight across.
So we don't always draw the wall thicknesses. A lot of times we just go from what we call inside dimension to inside dimension. So you will be going from inside dimension to inside dimension. She's creating the wall thicknesses. That's another way to do them, but we will not do that. We go from ID, what they call inside dimension, or face of stud is another way to do that. So we're going to go from one wall to the other. Sections usually go ahead and then you back up and see that wall. So she's kind of combining the section type of drawing with her elevation, but it's good to know.
So I've I've drawn in my box, my thickness of the walls. My next thing to do would be placing my window and my patio door within that elevation. So my patio door would be approximately, well, usually the same height as approximately my window is. So 4 plus your 3, so about 7 feet high. And that's about approximate for a patio door or also exterior door, or standard height. So I'm now going to draw my patio door height at 7 feet. And my thickness there of my door is 6 feet. So again, if I drew my line up matching up with my floor plan, it would be equal the same at 6 feet. And I knew I measured out 7 feet across, so I'll match that up. and put in approximately where my handle would be, about 3 feet. So I'll just draw the line indicating my handle for my slider. And usually through the center I'll show about 3 feet over is the center of my patio door, and I just show the frame of that up here. So I've now drawn in my patio door, and I want to draw in my window. So I want to again match up to my floor plan and put that approximately, looks like 1'6" from the opening of my patio door to my window opening. Yes. So I will go over 1'6", 1'6" over, add a little dot there, and another dot here. Now the next thing you'll want to know, obviously off your sketches, is how high your window is off your floor. Here it's 4 feet, then I have a 3-foot window, and I have 1 foot on the top as a bulkhead above. So keep in mind when you're doing your measurements for your room, keep in mind your heights of specific windows and doors and so on. Window width is 3 feet, as I have the same here. Again, you can match it up with your floor plan. Add the line straight up, and then bring in your T-square up. And now you can use your scale to go draw this way too. Now again, the last thing to do, similar to the floor plan, would be your trim around your patio doors and your windows, and also your baseboard trim. Very easy thing to forget about is your baseboard trim and those sort of items because they're drawn in last. So please try to remember. Again, they could be custom. They may not always be 3 inches like mine are. They could be custom at 5, 6 inches, whatever that may be. So I usually just draw a little dot to indicate my measurement from 3 inches there. So then I know now how to draw my lines, where to draw my lines. Again, I'll match up to here and across. And again, I'll do the same thing with my window.
So you see that she's doing her door casings, and she's going to do her window casings about 3 inches. She's talking about putting in your baseboards. Those are going to be important, and I'm going to be looking for that you have all your baseboards in on your elevations and any architectural features. Main things you're looking for and you need for elevations are ceiling heights, size of your window, and how high they are above the floor. And make sure you get those architectural details in there.
I draw 3 inches. 3 inches. Three inches, 3 inches, 3 inches, and now all I have to do is draw and match up. Again, use my 45. Usually with windows too, at the end you'll draw in little streaks, little 45-degree little lines through to show that it's like shiny, showing that there's light kind of coming through the glass. It just gives you that effect or illusion of glass. So I'll usually do that also. The last thing that we'll go through, the next lesson would be dimensioning, and that will be talked about later on.
So that's just a little teeny video to refresh you. And next thing we're going to do is the actual demo of the elevations that you will be producing for the final project. So I'll see you then.